So this is a California specific one, but I wanted to talk about it because YouTube actually doesn't have any good videos on this, or at least highly descriptive ones. So I'll do my best to describe this process as best as I can. There are some good write-ups online. I actually had found a really good one, and I can't find it again. It was a Volkswagen forum where somebody had actually did a really good write-up on how to do the year of manufacture process in California. I'll explain real quick what it is. If you're searching for this or you found this, you probably already know, but you can take original plates, year of manufacture plates, and it runs anywhere from the 1940s, I think, all the way up through the end of the blue plates, which I don't remember exactly when that was, 80 something. I think maybe 80, 81, before they went to the full sequential, which is the number, letter, 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 number, number, number sequence. Basically, the three letter, three number for both black and yellow and blue and yellow. And the older plates, and there's a variety of them before 1963. So specifically here on my 66 Mustang, this is a 63 through 69 plate. These are actually the plates that were on the car originally. I know this because I found the guy who owned the car for the majority of its life. But the problem is in California, if you put the car on non-op, as soon as you do that, if you don't keep the registration up on it, you can't put these plates back on it normally. And so it had a 5 series plate on it when I got it, which means the car was probably put back on the road sometime in the early 2000s. Then I had put replica plates on it before I learned about this program. With year manufacturer plates, they have to be genuine. They cannot be replica plates. You can't do that. They have to be validated that they're real original plates as well. So that means that you have to take them to the DMV, and I'll explain that process in a minute. So these specific plates, like I said, are 63 through 69. That's when black and yellow was on cars and trucks, and there's a process to do this on trucks too, or it's the same process, but just you have to have a commercial plate, which is a different sequence. But obviously there's a car one with letters and 3 letters, 3 numbers. So it's a 63 stamped plate, which is what these were from 63 through 69. That's actually behind this. There's a 63 stamped in the plate. Then you have to have a year of manufacture sticker. And the write-up online, I'll try and find it and post the link down in the description. But what it says is, and I believe I found the documentation on the California DMV website as well, you have to have the correct year of manufacture sticker, and it's got to be in the correct side or well. Normally you'd have a month and a year today for partial year, what they call PYR stickers. But if you're doing year of manufacture, you have to have a sticker that's for the year of the manufacture of the car, and it needs to be in the correct side. Now, normally the even numbers are all on the right and the odd numbers are all on the left, but there is an exception to that. I think it's 65, don't quote me on it, and 66 were both in the right well. Don't ask me why. It doesn't make any sense. I actually did peel back all of my stickers and find the 1966 sticker under here, but it was kind of damaged from being buried and the age and everything. I used a heat gun to get them all off. So it is perfectly legit to get a replica sticker, which is what I did. I got a replica 1966 sticker, put it on here, because you have to have it stickered for the correct year. You can't just take the blank plates with no sticker on it. It will not pass muster at the DMV. Okay, all of this is described very well detailed here in the Vehicle Industry Registration Procedures Manual. I will put a link to this in there. It explains the California YOM plates, and everything that I just talked about is all in here. So 69 and older, 72 and older, it explains all of it, and it goes into pretty good detail. There's some exceptions. There's some weird ones. This explaining here that a 56 plate with a 58 sticker equals a 58 plate. It goes in and talks about the configurations of what they are. This, I think, is commercial here for this era for 63 through 69. It talks about 70 through 72. so on and so forth. So this is a really good read. I'll put this link in there so you can read about it. You have to fill out an application, and I'll talk about that in a second. You can transfer YOM plates. There's a process for that. I obviously haven't had to go through that because I'm not selling my car. And then there is an appendix in here too that I had found. I might be able to search for that, but it talks about the thing that I was talking about with the stickers needing to be on the correct side of the plate. Like I said, in general, it's the odd is on the left, the even's on the right. And as I understand it, I didn't have this problem. It will fail the DMV inspection if you don't have that correct. Like I said, everything's got to be just perfectly right, and I was so worried I wasn't going to get it, and it's a long process. So you do start out, like I said, there is we'll start with the process. First of all, before you fill out all this paperwork and everything, you need to have yourself some plates, okay? So obviously I had these, they were in the trunk, they've been in there forever. And the first thing that you want to do once you have plates, and there's places to buy them, there's some websites I'll show you on, but either way, you need clear, original California plates, and you have to have a pair of them. You can't have a front, you can't have a rear, you can't have replicas. They will know these are steel plates. There's dimensions that they check on them actually to make sure that they are correct. But the important thing is that they have to be clear. Well, it's all important, but they have to be clear. So you take the plates that you either buy online or you have already. You call the DMV and you tell them you need to check to make sure that the plates that you have are clear, meaning there is no history on it. So the first thing that I did was I called DMV, which is a painful process in itself, and asked them to check to validate these are clear. And they said, we have no record of those plates. And I said, that's okay, so that's good. They said, yeah. They said, there's no history, there's no record of those plates in the system, which I think basically means that these plates haven't been registered for 5 years or more, I think is what that means. I can't tell you that for sure. So once you validate that they're clear, then you want to move forward with the application process because it will take a while. So you got your plates, you checked them, you called, you made sure they were clear. Then you're going to fill out the 352 form. So that's this form here. Okay. And you fill this out. You can do this online right here. You can type in all the stuff. You can do original YOM assignment. You can do reassignment to an eligible vehicle. You can do a retention or a release of interest in the plates. I think I had to do original YOM. I can't remember if I did reassignment or original YOM assignment. I think I did original. You put the plate number in there. Obviously, you fill out all of your information. This tells you kind of more about the process, kind of what I talked about already. And some kind of general things. You can't have an FU on your license plate. It tells you some specifics for the years. And so you fill this out and bring it with you to the DMV. Don't go to the DMV and expect to fill it out because, first of all, they don't even know what this is. There's very few people that actually know. And I'll talk about that in a second. So fill this out, print it out. You have your plates like I talked about already. You get your replica sticker if you want. There is a few places to buy these. Here's one of them. Your manufacturer, Old Plate Guy. He's one of them. There's another one, SoCal Old Plates or something. But anyways, I think you can buy stickers. I think I bought one from this guy's eBay store. And he sells the stickers. He's got metal tabs, which we'll talk about too. But anyways, you get your sticker from either this guy or somebody else. And let's see, let's go back here. And he's got some information on his website too about this. So YOM info, and it actually has some links to the California code, so on and so forth, your manufacturer information for the different. So here you go. Now you see you go from 1920 to 69. And I do believe, like I said, it goes up to the early 80s, I think 1980. And they sell license plates on here too. So if you're looking for plates, they sell restored ones. They have restoration services. Like I said, there's another guy that does this. So anyways, you get your plate, you got your sticker, you put your sticker on the right side based on what the DMV says with that. It tells you left or right for what year it is. Don't put it on the wrong side. Don't show up without the sticker on there. They'll reject it. Don't put it on there. Because really you're supposed to have the original sticker on it, which is ridiculous. Who's ever going to have that? But then you take your pair of plates in that application and you take a check or whatever your payment method is, and you go to the DMV and you bring the plates with you, bring your registration your current registration for the vehicle. You're going to bring your current plates that you have to surrender. So if they're personalized plates or something of that nature, I'm not sure if they'll let you keep those or not. I just had some replica black and yellows, so I just didn't care. I surrendered them. But you have to take those, the registration. I brought my pink slip just in case. I brought my insurance just in case. They didn't ask for any of that, but I've heard or read that they may, depending on the DMV, whoever the person is, may ask for it. So I brought everything basically, pink registration, insurance, old plates, which you absolutely need, the YOM plates with the proper sticker on it. Okay, that's kind of a rundown of what you need to bring, and of course you're gonna have to pay a $45 fee because DMV, nothing's free. Take that in. Make an appointment. Like that's what I did. I made an appointment, which was definitely helpful. I didn't have to wait long. Went in and immediately got to go up to see somebody. And of course, she had started the DMV a week beforehand. So I handed her the form and she stared at it, and she wasn't exactly Mrs. Personality, which is no surprise. I don't know that any DMV employee is. And they stared at it for a while, and then she went and she got somebody to help her. And of course, it was one of the driving test people. I don't know, a couple of the supervisors. It took 2 supervisors and 3 other employees to figure it out. The one that was sitting next to the person that was helping me was like, "Oh, I've only ever seen that once, and I've been here 10 years." So the point I'm making as I ramble and you stop watching this video is that they do not do this transaction every day. They do it very infrequently. They see only a few of these a year, apparently, because it's just not, I don't think it's that well known. So you got to be patient with them. I was very thankful to them for taking the time to figure it out. They had to go through the computer and do a lot of things to kind of go through the system and figure out all the special reasons to get the temporary registration set up and all that. So anyways, just remember to be patient with them. Then after you do that, they're going to take photocopies of it. I kind of recommend, because I was a little worried that they took these black and white photocopies of the plates, and I didn't think they looked very good, and I thought maybe Sacramento would decline it based on those. So you might just want to take some color photos of them and print them out. That might be a good thing to do. I didn't, and it did pass, but I wasn't sure it was going to work. So, high quality color photos front and back of both plates. So that's going to be 4 photos, front and back, both plates. Take that with you. Once they figure out all the paperwork and everything, it took them like an hour. Then they're going to issue you a temporary registration. That's what that thing is in my back window right there. Because they have to take all this paperwork and those photos, and they actually send it to the main office in Sacramento, the DMV in Sacramento, and that's how they validate that the plates are real. So I think that they take dimensions off of those photos. Don't quote me on that, but they do all that and validate that they're real. And that whole process takes like 2 months. I waited about 2 months. A friend of mine got YOM plates. He told me he had to wait 8 months for them. I was a little worried because the temporary registration expires, in November. This is September. But I did get them back within 6 weeks, 8 weeks, something like that. So that was good. When I say get it back, I mean the registration. The plates, you get to keep your YOM plates. That's something I forgot to mention. Do not let them take your YOM plates. They do not keep them. They simply take photos of them or photocopies, and inspect them in the office, and that's it. You keep them. You do not let them take them from you. Just let them take the plates that you had on the car that were already registered. Those are the ones you surrender. Just want to be really clear on that. Do not let them take your plates. So anyways, I get the temporary registration, waited for it, and the registration and the partial year stickers came, which is great. Now, I love this too. This is great. Let's get in on that. Made by the Prison Authority, Prison Industry Authority. I love that. So here's what you're supposed to do with YOM plates. You get partial year stickers. That's what those are. I've got my YOM sticker on here. Now, for cars that don't have sticker wells on them, like this, that's what these are called, sticker wells. This totally makes sense to me that, they didn't have stickers back then, and now you do, so you need these metal tab things. So let's pull the metal tabs out, and I'll show them to you. And now this is the part that I'm probably going to deviate from what you're supposed to do. So they give you these ridiculous things, okay? You're supposed to hang them from the top, which is not even possible here. I mean, I guess I could. I guess I could fit them in there, but you couldn't see the stickers. So you're supposed to put those on there, and you're supposed to put the partial year stickers on those tabs. And you have to leave this visible, supposedly. You have to leave it visible. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, this number is not recorded on the registration anywhere. It isn't documented anywhere. The registration shows the partial year sticker. So if I look at my thing here and I look at this sticker number, that sticker number is here. So, yeah, this is where I think I'm just going to take it. I'm just going to stick the stickers directly on here. That's my way of doing things. Obviously, I'm going to tell you, you're supposed to do this. You should do it this way. I'm taking the risk on my own, and I'm putting the stickers here. I don't think that there's much risk there. I don't think anybody's going to care. I don't even think a cop would notice. But like I said, I'm just going to put my stickers right in the sticker wells. I'll just cover this one right up. Some people put this plate with the year of manufacture sticker on the front. I don't think that that's what you're supposed to do. I think you're supposed to leave it visible and put those tabs on here and put the partial year stickers on. So I will not be doing that. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I didn't cover in my long ramble here that nobody's going to listen to. But it's a very tedious process that has to be done just right. I've heard that some people have gotten replica plates to pass. I wouldn't even attempt to try it. The only reason I really wanted to go through this was because I knew that these plates were on this car, and I felt that they belonged back on this car. So I did go through that process. You can reassign any year of manufacture plates to any car as long as they're clear. So they don't have to have been on the car before or anything like that. So that's the process. I just wanted to cover that real quick. It's a long, probably 20 minutes of me rambling, which is ridiculous. But I didn't see any really good videos on kind of talking about the whole process. But quite tedious, but worth it, I think. So I'm going to put my stickers on my car, and I'm going to use my sticker wells. No, I'm not. I'm going to enjoy having the original plates on the car. So anyways, that's a boring long video on year of manufacture plates in California.